2016, and this is my persuasive speech. By the end of the speech, I hope for you to gain a few pointers on why voting is so important. Lyndon B. Johnson, the 36th President of the United States, once said, quote, "The vote is the most powerful instrument ever, devised by man for breaking down injustice and destroying the laws and which imprison men because they are different from other men," unquote. This came from Natalie Tennant, We Are All in West Virginia, a civic education program book. This coming fall, we will have the chance to vote for the next president of the United States. Some of us already had the chance to vote for the primaries, but not a lot of Americans vote, and they also don't take the primaries so serious. According to Sean McElway's article on Most Americans Do Not Vote, and here's why on July 27, 2015, only 42% of Americans voted in the 2014 midterm elections, and 37% said politics doesn't make much of a difference in their lives. I'm here to tell you that your vote matters and every vote counts. Everyone should go out and vote this coming fall, and here's some reason why. The first reason is because it's your right. Many amendments have been established to give us this right. There are 3 amendments that I would like to point out because those are the ones that have got us here today. The 15th Amendment was passed in 1869 that gave African Americans the right to vote. On the Fair Vote website, there's an article called Voting Rights, Laws and Amendments, published on December 9, 2009. It states this amendment was intended to give freed slaves the same privileges offered to the white majority in the United States. In the West Virginia Secretary of State book, Natalie Tennant describes how slaves were prevented from voting. One example of that is the Jim Crow laws. States were able to get around these voting amendments by creating the Jim Crow laws and other barriers to prevent the African Americans from voting. Today, any race is allowed to vote. There is no more segregation and there is equality in voting. The slaves fought hard for that freedom, and that should not be taken advantage of. Next is the 19th Amendment, which was passed in 1919 that allowed women to vote. Generations of women worked hard to gain this suffrage. According to Natalie Tennant, this was by far the most important amendment that was passed because it gave half the population of the United States to vote. Women protested and had large rallies just to have the freedom to vote. Many of them were physically and verbally abused because they stood up to what they believed in. Tennant also states, quote, "Decades of protest and the will of women to never give up paid off, and today women can register and vote for the issues they feel strongly about," unquote. The last amendment I would like to talk to you about is the 26th Amendment. This was passed in 1971 and it declared an age on voting. In the West Virginia Secretary of State book, it describes how the Vietnam War brought up the topic of why 18-year-olds can fight for our country and die, but yet they are not eligible to vote. This was a good question brought to Congress, and the amendment was passed very quickly after the issue was addressed. We were all given the right to vote, so why don't we use that to our advantage? There are people in other countries that do not get this privilege, and they would do anything to have that right of freedom. Vote in honor of those who can't. It is your right to vote, so use it because people fought to have this freedom. Many people question why they should vote. One of the major reasons is because economic policies will affect your future. We should all demonstrate concern for the next generation. According to Douglas Found's web article on 10 reasons why college students should vote, states, quote, "By voting, you're not only doing your part to influence the present, you're also affecting the future," unquote. Whoever wins the term this November makes the decisions on laws, foreign affairs, and other things for the next 4 years. Ultimately, this could be affect generations to come. More votes equal more money. According to Natalie Tennant, candidates give more money to your causes you care about, like youth programs, the environment, HIVs, and AIDS or cancer research. Find out where the candidates stand on their issues and vote for the ones that you agree with. Sean McElway states, quote, "People are far more likely to participate in politics if they feel like the government plays an important and beneficial role in their lives." I have personally voted myself this past February in the primaries. I do have a concern for this country and I do want to make a difference. Voting does not take up much time, nor is it irrelevant. We need people in America to have the desire and concern to vote for this country. Now I have the statistics of voting. When everybody goes to vote, they all get a sticker, so that's pretty cool. Here are some voting ages. These are the voting ages from 1978 to 2014. Ages 18 through 34, And in 1978, 33.6% only voted, and in 2014, 23.1% voted. Ages 35 to 44, 53.7% voted in 1978, and 37.8% voted in 2014. Age 65 and older, there were 59.4% that voted in 1978, and 59.4 in 2014. Here are some genders and races. For the men, 45% voted for Obama, and then 53% voted for Romney. For the women, 55% voted for Obama, and 44% voted for Romney. For the races, for the whites, there was 39% that voted for Obama, and 59% that voted for Romney, and 93% that voted for for Obama, and 6% that voted for Romney in the African Americans. Here are some pictures of when I actually went to go vote myself in the primaries. So I voted, have y'all? And here's my works cited for the charts that I have. Many people say, quote, my vote doesn't count, unquote, or it's just one vote, so it won't make a difference. Your vote matters. Do you think your vote doesn't matter? History shows it actually does count. Here's an example. A tax levy to fund Lakeview, Ohio schools passed in 2010 by 2 votes. This came from Michael Donald on the Huffington Post website, posted on July 17, 2015. Personally, I don't want other people making the decisions for me. I want to have a voice in things that will affect me. By voting, you're helping shape the social agenda. Douglas Fallon also explained some examples of shaping the social agenda, like gay marriages, capital punishment, prayer in schools, and separation of church and state. You don't have to just vote for the President of the United States. Learn about who's running in Congress or Senate in your state, and vote for the ones who believe in the same thing as you. Your vote matters greatly. By voting, you're helping shape the foreign policy. Intervene in military and world affairs. Use your vote to support foreign policies you believe in. Where do you stand on these issues, and which nominee best stands on these issues with you? Today I've identified 3 key reasons on why people should go out and vote this November. 1 is your right, 2, demonstrate concern for the next generation, and 3, your vote matters. If you're younger or older, go out and make a difference. A lot of people fought and were persecuted to have this freedom. Don't let them down by not voting. Voting for president only comes once every 4 years. It is important that you voice your opinion and make a difference. I hope everyone has gained some knowledge on why it's so important to vote. We all need to be thankful that we are born and raised in a country that gave us the right and freedom to vote. Don't take that.